Hey guys, Josh Engleman here for Awesemo.com/stochastic.com, depending on where you're at. That's what's on the screen right now. But as you see, this is me underneath me right now. I made a gigantic mistake by recording this process video with no audio whatsoever. So I did this whole video, recorded it, there is no sound. So now you can see me actually getting into it right now. I am overdubbing what I'm doing so that I could actually explain everything that happened in this video. How I'm starting it off. I'm telling you to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comment section what you think about today's MLB slate and the PGA slate, because that's what we're looking at today. We're looking at yesterday's NBA contest, today's MLB contest, and Thursday's US Open golf contest. We are also now known as Stochastic. The name Awesemo gone by the wayside, although you're still going to see it over the next couple days for sure. But we changed the name. There's information on the website. If you go to stochastic.com, awesemo.com will redirect to it. You can read a little bit about the change that is being made. Nothing is changing other than the name and the branding. It's still the same company. We haven't been sold or acquired or anything like that. Everybody that works for the company is still staying here. It is just a brand change, so just be aware of that right now. But you're going to see this now moving forward. We are Stochastic. Also, shout out to Prize Picks for being the presenting sponsor. $100 instant match deposit bonus when you make that deposit at Prize Picks if you've never signed up before, as long as you use that promo code Awesemo. Now we're going to get to a point where I don't know any longer what I'm talking about because I have no idea. So I can only go by what's on the screen. This is the weirdest thing ever. I'm going to drag myself up and over top now so it doesn't look as crazy. So now you don't know that I'm underneath myself talking about whatever I was talking about before. But at some point in time, this video is going to start moving around and there's going to be changes on the screen, and I'm going to try to keep up with whatever I did 3 hours ago. This video should have been out before the MLB strategy show. When I went to edit it, I realized that I had aggressively screwed up. Now, what I can say is this. The first thing that we're going to look at, yesterday's NBA contest. They did not go well for me. We are then going to register for the MLB contest for today. I did the strategy show earlier today. You can check that out. I will be on the MLB deeper dive later today with Adam if you want to get my specific MLB thoughts. But for right now, this is just going to be looking at the contest selection for today. Also, we are going to take a look at the PGA contest. That is what I'm most excited for. We have registered for both MLB and PGA, so we've got some contests going on. Am I still rambling on the first one? Oh, there we go. Now we're starting to move. We're into Fantasy Cruncher. Here we go. We're checking out lineup study. I've got myself, I've got Alex, I've got Eric and Rinpak pulled up for last night's 4-point play. We all got our clocks cleaned, as you can see on the screen. Not a lot of profit coming in, very negative. We didn't have any top 1% lineups. I didn't have nearly enough Gary Payton, who appeared to be the key piece that you would have needed for yesterday. He was the value piece du jour. I was way too heavy on Grant Williams. I was way too heavy on Otto Porter. Neither of those two things worked. I had probably way too much Al Horford, who was pedestrian at best. I had Steph for the first time in 3 games. That didn't go all that well. But it was a tough slate yesterday, and you can see it from that profit column. All 4 of us got destroyed. No one put more than 5 lineups into the cashing portion of the contest. Just a tough day. The single entries that I ended up getting into for the NBA yesterday also did not go very well. So when push comes to shove, the summary for how the NBA games went yesterday was a total, absolute destruction. Now we're on to the baseball contest, and right out of the gate, these are slightly different than the last time that we looked at baseball, which I believe was June 9th. So like 5 days ago. The relay throw, the 4-seamer, 2 contests that have much bigger prize pools today than they did the last time we looked. They increased the entries as well, but by increasing those prize pools and increasing the entries, we ended up getting to better payout structures. Now, what I assume I'm talking about right now is how we're going to end up doing more FanDuel analysis as well, but I don't have a mechanism to copy the pay table from FanDuel. You cannot just copy and paste it. So I need to find another tool that will allow me to scrape that data. We'll get there when we get there. Plenty of baseball season to go around. But really, if you have the ability to max enter the relay throw regularly, $22.50 to do it, it is the best contest you can get to. And as you can see, it's bigger than it was that last time out. The four-seamer improved. You got 36.8 times your buy-in the last time that we were in it. It's 38.8 now, so better contest, clearly. Most of the other contests stayed the same. There's not a lot going on the baseball streets. The amount of guaranteed prize pool contests are relatively limited, so we're getting into the four-seamer as we normally do. That knocks out $80 of the 100 that we would be looking to play. That's going to cover most of it. And after that, we don't have many other options. You know, we can get into the chin music, which isn't a great payout. I think the hot corner doing the $3 3 max seems to be the easiest second contest to get into. And then we're also going to get into the base hit. Technically speaking, this is $101, not the 100 that we were using as a baseline. But, you know, sometimes you just have to massage the numbers a little bit to make it work. So we will be playing 24 lineups tonight in baseball. This is me right now registering those lineups. So we wanted to get our placeholders in so that we could get in these contests. But I think we're basically hitting the best possible baseball contest we can get into that we can afford on 100 bones. I want to play extra lineups too, so that's why we end up getting into stuff like the four-seamer, but it also pays out quite well. So tired from talking. Recording this video straight into an MLB strategy show for 90 minutes, straight back into this video once again to record it in a second way. Is my dumb face still talking? What am I talking about here? Look at that. Josh on Josh. What a great video. I should just leave it like this, honestly. You can see me doing two different things at the same time. I'm assuming that would be like incredibly confusing to the people that are watching this, but we'll go ahead and plop myself back on top of it because now we're going to get into something that we have not talked about yet in the process. And once we finish registering these MLB contests, that's for sure, we're getting into PGA. And I don't know how much you guys use PGA content or play PGA. We have a ton of PGA content on awesemo.com/stokastic.com, at least for right now. It's great PGA content. But for majors, and in particular for this coming Thursday, the payout structures in the contest for golf this week look great. Tons of contests in the high 30, low 40 times your multipliers. We've got a lot to talk about here. I've already registered for these contests, but you can see on the screen the best things that you can get into right now for sure are the Fantasy Golf Millionaire contest. Now there's a $100 buy-in 150 max, which is going to cost you 15 grand to max it. Clearly a difficult contest for most people to max, but the payout structure is aces. 58 times your buy-in for your average 1% lineup. That's what happens when you pay out $1 million at the top. $15 buy-in to get in with the 217,000 entries. You are not going to win it all that frequently, but we're talking about a 1% lineup being somewhere in the top 2,100, 2,200 even, if we want to round differently. They both look great, but we got to step it out right here. There are two dog legs, and I'm highlighting those on the screen right now. They're both $33 contests. One is half the size of the other, but the bigger contest, way better in my opinion. 46 times your buy-in for a 1% entry fee in the bigger dog leg. 32.4 times your buy-in for the smaller one because it's $25K guaranteed to first for that bigger contest. I prefer it greatly. So I'm going to get into the dog leg. I haven't highlighted it yet, but spoiler alert, that's where we're going to go. If you want to get into something like the club twirl or the up and down, they're great payout structures, but probably the most difficult contests that you can get into for PGA because when you max it, you're maxing with like 3% of all of the entries in the contest. You're going to hit a lot of pros. Very, very difficult contest. What I really do like, though, it's not going to be something we're going to be able to do for this process video, but the long drive, the $100 single entry, amazing payout structure. 41 times your buy-in if you finish for your average top 1% lineup. You're not competing with anybody crazy. 1,600 entries, great contest to get in. The Drive the Green, another fantastic 150 max, probably the most realistic contest to get in. 750 total to max it, $600,000 prize pool, basically just on the mark of 40 times your buy-in. That's the most reasonable one. What we're getting into for this video is going to be the 20 max birdie. It's $3 per entry, so that's going to cover $60 of the 100, 39 times that $3 buy-in for your average top 1% entry. I love that. Most of what we're going to get into, basically the four-seamer and that birdie are the same, but the extra contests that we get into paying out significantly better than the baseball contest. And you can see that. We've got quite a few more contests in this 35x plus. I like the Caddy. It's a $5 single entry contest with a $50K prize pool. 38 times your buy-in to get into that one if you finish in the top 1%. I like the Hybrid. It's a $3 3 max. Great contest. But really, I want that dog leg because of how good of that payout structure it is. I know $33 is probably too much for one individual contest, but some of this is supposed to be about fun. This is the US Open. This is something I want to sweat. And with 25K up top in a 5,300 person contest, I love getting in the dog leg. I want to take advantage of that extra juiced up prize pool that we're getting today and the reduced rake. We're getting 1.7% less rake on the dog leg than we do for the other contests. That's not insignificant. So we're in the dog leg, we're in the birdie, we're in the hybrid, the $3 3 max. I like getting into the Albatross. It's a $12 single entry. We don't have the scratch to be able to get into that for this week, but it is a contest that I generally like to get into. Once again, I recommend getting in the bigger version of the Albatross, not the smaller. I think the payout structure is just a little bit better on the $7,300 entry one than it is for the $3,900 entry contest. But that's what we're going to get into right now. 24 lineups for golf. You can see on the screen, I'm highlighting now the difference between the long drives. The 1,600 person long drive contest, way better than the 555 person long drive contest, which to me was the worst contest that I looked at. $100 to get in, 555 people, but it only pays $15,500 to the top 6 spots. I hate that payout structure. It is good that you're not really competing with a lot of people, and the reduced rake definitely bumps that long drive up a bit. You only have the 10%, but just get in the 1,600 person long drive if you're looking to get in that single entry. The smaller contest is just not for me. So now we're heading over to DraftKings again. First, I'm making a small deposit to get back up to that 100 so that we can enter everything for the PGA contest. I'm doing that off screen because I don't need you people looking at any of my deposit information. That is not what the internet is for. So we're topping off here, getting ourselves into these PGA contests where we will be able to reevaluate the PGA contest sometime on Monday is my expectation. Maybe we kick it to Tuesday. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have some scheduling quirks, but we're definitely going to break down the results of the PGA stuff after Sunday. Tomorrow morning, we'll be able to look at today's baseball contest. We'll register for baseball as well. If there's UFC this week, I'm not entirely sure. I think that there is. We'll break down the UFC contest for this Saturday, either on Thursday or Friday. We're going to have the NBA Game 6 contest for the process show on Thursday. So maybe we'll be able to look at the UFC contests on Friday morning. But for now, we're going to get the placeholders in for the PGA, and that's going to round everything out. Thank you guys for watching this. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Apologies for the weird video of me having to overdub the things that I've already done. In a weird way, it's kind of fun, but it's kind of annoying too that I'm doing the same video twice. So this is what we got. Here's the registration for everything for PGA. Tune in tomorrow for the process show. We're here Monday through Friday, breaking everything down. Good luck to everybody. And once again, Stokastic.com is the new name of Awesemo.com. Awesemo.com will redirect you. Everything that you have will still work. No changes whatsoever. But let me know in the comments section what you think of the new name of the website. Thanks. Goodbye, everybody. Great times.